Download the iLive Radio app now and listen to us when you're on the go. Available on iTunes and the Google Play Store. You can also listen live on TuneIn and Alexa. iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio.
Yo, this is Special K, representing for Mixmaster J on iLive Radio UK, on the award-winning show, Reggae Drive Time, Monday to Thursdays, playing you the hottest reggae and dancehall flavors. Pressure them, Mixmaster J, pressure them.
Lightworks with V Swizzle. She's a hip-hop geek influenced by Dilla Beats. Tune into her show each and every Monday, 8 till 10 p.m. on iLive Radio UK, where the vibe is funky, chunky beats interwoven with lost funk hits for sound innovation. This is Lightworks with V Swizzle on iLive Radio UK.
Tune in to JC's Progressive Soul every Monday 10 till midnight with me, JC. Playing the best in soul and soulful hip-hop, from the classic to the rare, blended with the neo and progressive, celebrating legends past and present. That's JC's Progressive Soul, every Monday, 10 p.m. till midnight.
Illusion. We're starting up, now we're on our way.
Hi, I'm DJ Illusion. Join me every Tuesday between 7 and 9 p.m. UK time, right here on iLive Radio. You listen to music.
Yeah, iLive Radio.
The Flashback Show across the World Wide Web.
iLive Radio.
The days when the nights we
Welcome to iLive UK. This is Deep Sound here, telling you to tune in to the Beats and Bass Show every Tuesday, 9 to 11, showcasing the best in 140, dubstep and grime, and sometimes going across the board, featuring guest mixers, artists, and guest DJs. So tell a friend, every Tuesday, 9 to 11, Beats and Bass Show on iLive UK, changing the way you listen to music.
iLive UK want to hear from you. You can get in touch by calling us on 0208 638 8503, or you can send a WhatsApp message, text only, to 07564 265 257. You can watch us live on Twitch and Mixcloud, and whenever you miss a show, you can listen back via our podcast page at ilivek.com. Don't forget to download our iLive Radio Network app from the Google Store and take us on the road with you. It's iLive UK across all platforms, changing the way you listen to radio.
You're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio. iLive Radio.
Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby. Feeling like the way you move. Hey, feeling like the way you move.
It ain't over. It's not over. The party's not over. Okay. That's it.
It's episode 10. It's Skillit World. It's a Saturday. We all know what it is. It's time for a brand new episode of Skillit World. You know, I say this every week, and every week I say this. Radio. I do nothing but have legends on my show. And this next guest is someone I've actually idolized in secret. Don't get me wrong. When we see each other, it's always love, because that's what we do. That's what we encompass in our inner being. But I don't think encompass even a word. I don't know, but I make up words here.
That's what legends do.
That's what legends do. I feel like we both have a mutual respect for each other. Every time we bump, we never really get to buck up like we always wanted to, because we're both on the grind. We're both busy. He more so on the grind. I'm going to be real. This next guest I've got, he's an independent fashion designer. I think if I'm right, the first person I ever see make a fashion accessory out of Lego bricks.
Come on! Perfect. Come on!
I mean, I don't think you understand.
I don't think they do.
He's worked with many clients, working with the Lego merchandise, including the likes of Diddy, Pharrell Williams, will.i.am, Kid Rock. Kanye West!
Yes.
You ain't got the answers!
Come on, you ain't got the answers, wait.
He's behind the Mandem clothing line, which is popping all over the streets, big in the grime scene. He was one of the first people to look at grime and was like, there's something missing here.
Aha, yes!
They need fashion.
Oh,
because these guys are going to the white man.
Hey, come on, man. Come buy your own.
He's from North London.
Reppin'.
He hosts one of the best party nights in SipNStoke.
Come on, SipNStoke UK, the best paid party in the UK. Nights. The big 80s night, the big 80s brunch. Oh my days, Badu brunch, come on.
If you haven't figured out what I'm talking about, talk about the one and only BwoyWonder.
Oh my days, I'm pumped, I'm gassed. Oh my days. If I say this guy has just boosted me like a rocket launcher out of the atmosphere. No, he smashed it.
Brother, you deserve it, bro. You and your brother, because I didn't mention the brother in the introduction, and big up to Almighty. You two
big him up, big
are
up
like just crazy with it. Like the confidence, the self-belief, just doing it, the DIY. That's what I call you guys. If you guys were a tag team in WWE, I will call you guys DIY.
Oh, that is sick.
Do it yourself.
Do it yourself. And that would also be the finishing move as well.
100%.
The DIY. Oh, do you know what? Thank you, Skillit, for having me on your show. I've respected you, looked up to you as well since the days of... You know, you were the first person, like, I can say I knew of
right,
on TV.
Oh, wow, okay.
So, like, I remember nobody really knew Andy Peters unless they were related to Andy Peters.
That's a good point,
right?
still.
But with Skillit on a big BBC morning show, you can actually say, I've seen this guy. I know this guy. I think I've even spudded the guy.
Yeah, we have many times.
Yeah.
We've gone to the same club nights and skanked together. Speaking of skankers, you are one of the best skankers I've ever seen in this natural ability form.
Oh, get out of here.
Nah, you are, bro.
Get out of here.
Just naturally, you and your brothers just naturally got that rhythm, man. It's crazy.
Do you know what? It's just, like you said earlier, it's the confidence. Sometimes you don't know the dance moves, but if you believe that you got it, everybody else will.
Well, I want to talk to you about your origin first before we get into everything that you've accomplished and are doing right now. Let's talk about your backstory, your origin story. Where are you from? Where did you raise? And where your parents from? What's your background?
Yeah, so we are Ugandan, 100%. We were raised. Come on, Uganda. Kampasa? You know, apparently we are. Yeah, say that again. Kampasa? I think you're thinking of Kenyan, maybe.
Oh shit.
Do your research.
Please. Is this starting off so well? Please.
So we're originally from Uganda, came over to the UK at a young age, and I love the background music. And then we basically was like, yo, do you know what? I like this country. I like the fact that there's so many black people in suits, you know, they're roaming the streets of London, they're holding briefcases.
That's very
and
specific.
Yeah, I'll just remember it was just like, yo, what's
in their suitcases?
Where they're going, like they're fully integrated into this community.
Yams and pens.
And as soon as we went from one borough to another, I just saw more and more of my people, and I was like, do you know what? I love this country.
Yeah.
I'm going to make the most out of this country. Anything this country has to offer for me, I'm going to take it with both hands, whether it's education, opportunities, anything that comes in my way, i.e. obstacles like racism, prejudice. I'm going to knock that out of the park and keep going forward and not let it affect me, and do anything I can to dismantle it so I can let another younger version of me come through much more smoothly.
How old were you and your brother when you came here, though?
We were like 6 or 7, 8 years old. I forgot, but it wasn't that long ago. But yeah, it was about 6, 7, 8 years old. So everything was fresh.
Yeah,
I'll tell you a funny story as well. When you're from Africa and you come to the UK, you usually, the first place you kind of get clothed in is like charity shops. Yeah, you don't know like a H&M or nothing like that. And I remember, I don't know who got us a t-shirt for all of us. There was like 4 of us and my dad. And we wore this t-shirt that said BNP.
Ooh.
Okay. Oh, wow.
As in BNP Paribas.
Oh, wow.
The oil company.
Not the oil company.
No. Not that at all.
BNP. And
Nice.
I remember
Who's
having
sold
pictures taken with us wearing that.
You got mugged off.
And we were like,
You got mugged off.
it's just a t-shirt. But it's only when I look back at it, I was like, oh
yeah.
But you know, you came to the country, you don't know what's good, what's anything.
Yeah.
But it was one of those first images I remember, and we're all smiling there with the big.
And then you realised, they tried to set us up. They tried
to set us up.
Yeah.
But yeah, to anyone else, it was just a t-shirt, basically.
So that's very interesting. You moved to England, London, England, at the age of 6. I moved from Trinidad to England at the age of 5.
Okay.
So. I don't know if you had the same experience with me, but like, did you remember how significant that was? Did you know at that age, okay, I'm moving to another whole country, this is going to be a whole different experience? Or were you just like, hey, this is cool, whatever?
I knew, because it was flipping cold.
Right.
You know, the main thing that always affects you is the atmosphere. It smells different.
Yeah.
Everything was so close together. I was like, why do people live so close together? Why? You don't have a garden? You don't have a back garden? You don't have trees outside your house?
Yeah.
And is it always raining?
Yeah.
You know, and it was just the fact that we were always being wrapped up. I just remember, you know, your skin is now accustomed to a different environment. So your parents are putting on ointments on you and you're like, ugh, like, why?
Yeah.
But then it's because,
Makes sense though.
yeah, the climate is not yours anymore.
Yeah, because I'm from a family of, I've got 4 brothers. At the time when we moved, I had 3 brothers. I had 2 older and 1 younger.
Okay.
And I feel like the only person it really impacted was the eldest, because he must have been 8.
You're Stefan.
Stefan, yeah. He was
Right.
8 when he moved. So he would have remembered the whole life of Trinidad.
Okay.
Friends, everything. You know what I mean? And moving here, he must have been like, what? Where me, well, Christian would have been, no, tell a lie, Christian would have been 8. So Stefan might have been 10.
Oh, so
Stefan
he
might have been
definitely
10.
missed
Yeah,
home.
That's what I'm saying. So he might have been 10.
He would have done Trinidad to here.
Yeah.
Of course
Yeah,
you would
come
do.
on.
Christian would have been about 7, 8. So yeah, Stefan might have been about 10. So yeah, it would have been a whole culture shock for him. Where me and Andres, who's like a year younger than me, we're just like,
It's adventure.
yeah, it's like, oh, it's cold. It's like I remember.
Let's go play in the snow.
Literally. I remember the first ever snow day we had. Like, there's pictures of us holding snow, having so much fun. Obviously, as I've gotten older, I hate snow now.
Yeah,
but when as a kid, you were gassed. You get what I mean?
course.
And it's like, I don't know. I think it didn't really affect. Well, I guess it affected us long term. We just didn't know it. But,
Yeah.
but you know what I mean.
But I totally, we were too young to, we came out of, I think, primary school or
Tune.
something, like, or even younger. This is a bad boy tune. Hold tight, keep sweat.
I'm playing nothing but 90s and 80s
Thank
classics.
you.
Because my boy
This
BwoyWonder.
guy, hey, do you know what?
Building.
Can I just say, Skillit did his research.
Hey, listen, man.
Lisa,
I'm a fan.
He did his
I'm
research.
a fan, bro. Oh, Emma.
Did you call me Lisa?
No, you
That's
remember?
the other black lady.
No, sorry,
wow,
sorry,
am
sorry.
I touching my knee? Sexual harassment.
Sorry. I was trying to comfort. I was trying to
Sexual
comfort.
harassment, and he called me by the other black lady's name.
No, sorry.
Do you know what? On a real though,
Yeah.
my dad would be Windrush generation. God rest his soul.
Yeah.
When he came here, he remember because obviously they had like teddy boys and that, but
Yes.
But they also, what you lot were just talking about, I remember his stories. They didn't have coats, so they used to get like old women's coats, and they'd have to like, and he was just like, people would laugh at them walking down the street.
But it's like, hey, I'm just trying to keep warm out here.
Yeah, madness. And you look
it's
different,
crazy.
and you're in a woman's coat.
Yeah, no, do you know what? But I know they
15 years
probably
old.
made it look swaggy
Of
anyway.
course, that's my dad, babe.
You know, I think one thing I remember about people from the Windrush era, or anyone who came to the UK back in that era, their hair was always immaculate.
Yeah.
If you look at any picture, they've got the sickest waves, they've got the sickest partings. They came here in suits, and they came to make an impression. And obviously, the job roles that were then given or available, most didn't match that attire. But what I really love about our black people is we never let that part of ourselves go. We never let our Sunday best get eradicated from
100%.
our history or culture. So on a Sunday, you're seeing us dressed up. Even if we're going to work, sometimes we're looking immaculate.
And no matter wherever you're from in the diaspora, that is like a thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like if
that's
you're
right.
African or Caribbean,
Yeah.
Black, British, however you want to identify, that is something that's still like a commonality between all of our demographics. isn't
That's
it?
what I love, my people. Cleanliness
You
is
look
next to
nice.
God. Exactly. Cleanliness is next to godliness, man.
I love what you're wearing today, by the way. Can we have a quick look for the camera? Is that one there?
Yeah, that's his clothing line, man. That's the Mandem
Mandem
clothing line. He's
I
a-
see
he's
this.
a
I see your
fashion
brand
mogul.
everywhere. I see so many people in this. You do
Thanks.
women as well, don't you?
Yeah, we've started to delve into women's wear, and whenever we do things like new, i.e. women's wear, children's wear, we always want to do it properly. So we don't want to just do it because just get something that everyone's wearing and then just put our logo on it. We also get input from designers who do it properly. Like they don't just do t-shirts on print on t-shirts. So
No, but this is nice. I'm looking at the colorways as well. Can we just have a look at that bracelet as well? Yeah.
So
Do you
I've got
think
a
come
big
to
up
play?
Skillet. You might remember the store back in the 2010s
Used to do
era
with chains and that.
called Year Zero.
Oh yeah, Zero. Yeah, of course.
So
yeah.
Year Zero was one of the first stores that allowed us to stock in there, our items in there. And
Sick.
this lady called Tatum. If you're
Shout out
listening,
Tatum.
Tatum, you are a boss because I
She's a
still
G.
wear your bracelet. It's acrylic with Swarovski studs, and she's had people like Nicki Minaj wear it, Rihanna, Beyonce came into the store one
Amazing.
time and bought out a whole
see
load of
style.
stuff. So yeah, big up Funky Bling.
Let's talk about that because, you know, obviously you and your brother, obviously, like you said, you came down to London.
Yeah.
Were you guys quite popular in school? Did you guys, the energy that you possess now, the fun-loving energy that you guys have?
Yeah.
You just, every time you walk into a room, you light up a room. Did you have that in school?
That energy, though.
Skillit, if I tell you, we were the total opposites.
Really?
And even being twins, there were like 3 sets of twins. People would always forget us. Jeez. Like twins, you're meant to be recognized wherever you go automatically, but people would always forget. Oh yeah, they're Peter and Paul.
Yeah.
So we were super quiet. I remember when I left sixth form, one of the tutors was like, "And wherever you go after this, college, blah blah blah, please try to smile and talk more."
Wow.
And I didn't realize that, not like I was a mute, but I wasn't vocal. Yeah. And I don't know what it was, but I became myself like college years. That's when we came out of our shells, if you like.
Can I be contradictory? I'm not actually surprised because it's like you always were confident. You just needed to find yourself and grow up.
Yeah.
That's
like, I'm
so
assuming
many
you were
confident people. You know?
I agree.
Yeah.
Like, I assume you were that way at home. It's just that maybe you couldn't convey it in school. That's what
exactly.
It is.
At home, we were acting out scenes. We were playing superheroes.
Yeah, because your knowledge is crazy. Because that's what I love about you guys. You guys reference pop culture things and things I grew up watching, or cartoons I grew up watching, or music that I love. And it's like, I'm like, I know you man know this from young. Yeah, I know this is not a new thing. And you're like, you know what I mean? You've been known this. So it's like,
we just didn't have the channel to release it, and I don't know what it was about school. Maybe it
happens, man.
It probably
happens.
Like, there's someone out there that is probably the sickest entertainer, but you won't know it until.
And there's so many people out there who are the sickest at entertainment, music, whatever. But if they don't have that self-belief, you'll never find out. And
Skillit,
that happens a lot.
That is it.
Did you or your brother have like a performing arts background whatsoever? Not at all.
So one thing people definitely, I would say they probably realized these guys have got a little bit something, was we were really good at performing arts.
100.
So we were the shy lot that would kill a performance without being all jazz handy and hey everybody, I'm in the room. It was like these shy guys, but as soon as we had to do a particular role, we would kill it. And you know, we went on to do that during sixth form and outside of school.
I feel probably
programs.
that's what your teacher meant. Like, she probably didn't convey in the best way. Like, oh, smile more.
Yeah.
But she probably saw you guys had something, and she probably knew you didn't. You never showed it.
Yeah.
But she didn't say it like that. She just said it like,
I think you're right there.
Yeah.
I think she just could see it and said, you know what, wherever you're going next, I hope that is that turning point for you.
Well, let's talk about the turning point.
Let's talk about the turning point.
When did you start knowing, okay, listen, fashion is what I want to do?
Do you know what? I've got to say, we used to go to this particular radio DJ's club nights. Like, they're in hot water right now, so I don't even want to give no promo time to them. So I
have to cut that off quickly.
So I don't want to, you know.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about, it's big right now. We're not going to talk about that guy. We're not going to talk about that.
Man. But
that was smooth.
We went there to a lot of his club nights, and
who didn't though? Let's be honest.
To be honest, yeah,
they were the best.
They were. He owned it at that particular era.
Said he did it.
And
stop. We're not gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. We don't know anything.
So we used to go to a lot of his club nights, but we'd always go there, and we would pick whichever hip hop artist we wanted to look like that night.
Oh.
So whether it was
did the cosplay from hip hop.
Oh my
god! Because you know that's a thing now.
Oh man!
So you were doing it back then.
You hit the nail on the head when you said that. That is exactly what we were doing.
That's genius, bro.
We didn't even know we were like, yo,
bro, that's genius.
I'm going as
people only do that now,
exactly.
Bro, because cosplay's become famous now.
Exactly, and you know, cosplay is actually part of Halloween culture.
Yeah, of course it is.
Not. I don't even know when it became that, where people dress up as celebrities rather than a ghost or a ghoul or a monster or whatever it is.
That is mad.
But we were like, let's go through the catalogue.
So who would you dress up as?
We would do a chronic. We would do like the khaki look for the guys in the West Coast, you know, whether it was the white tees and the khakis and the bandanas. Then we'd go over to New York and do the big oversized leather jackets, the AVs. We couldn't afford an AV, but it was a next brand.
Yeah.
But then we'd do bad boy era. Then we tried to do the Midwest kind of thing, and we'd just go through eras. And what we'd say is like, right, let's see which one gets the best reaction. You know, it's a club night, but we're going to make it look like it's a fashion show as well. So, yeah, we went in there doing...
I love that.
Cosplay. I love that. Cosplay, but hip-hop. I love that.
You know, I'm actually annoyed with myself that as long as I've known you for a good... What? I've known you since probably 2012, probably.
Yes, 2012. I think even 2010.
Mate, I was gonna say 2010.
Yeah, I think
I've known you since 2010, and it's like we've just always showed each other love. But I'm actually annoyed. I didn't say, you know what are you doing tonight? Let's go and do something.
I missed that. Do you know? I want to give a funny story when I first and like everyone. If you know Skillit, you know he's a very happy-go-lucky, always smiling guy. Yeah.
Thanks, brother.
There was one time I saw the maddest side of him.
When you said the maddest, what? You really get vexed.
I don't know if he remembers this.
I don't remember, but people tell me I got a really bad fuse. I do have a fuse.
No, he had a fuse. Yeah, and that one went. It was.
What happened?
So we were in. I bumped into you at Wireless.
Yeah.
Which is around the corner from the studio here.
Yeah.
You a big bunch of group held each other up. Hey, love, dab, dab.
Yeah.
And then I saw you later on, or I saw a little ruckus happening, and this guy was getting batted up.
Right.
The guy who was doing the badding up was none other than your boy Skillit.
And who was that?
The way you were badding up this kid, I don't know whether he not kid, but guy.
Yeah.
Whether he stepped on your shoes or something, I was like, this is about to kick off. And of all people that's in the mix, your boys were trying to calm you down, yeah? And you were having it.
He never gets vexed. Well, actually, no, you do get vexed, but it's rare.
But
It's
Ems,
rare.
in that way, I can't say I've seen Skillit
I can't believe
Do you know
even
how-
act vexed.
Yeah.
You know what it is, yeah?
It was so weird to see, and I didn't even want to come up to you afterwards because I thought he might switch on me,
No.
and out of rage think see who I am, but just be like, whatever. But it was such a funny.
I think you know
I had
what
to
it
plug
is.
that in for some reason.
You know what it is with me, yeah. I'm somebody who likes to treat people how I like to be treated. So
Yeah.
it's like I'm all about love. I'm all about respect. Like
Yeah.
bucket loads of that. But
Yeah.
once I feel an ounce of disrespect, bruv, I just.
Do you remember? I need you to
properly.
I tried to remember what made you or what they did.
I think it was a situation. If I remember, I do remember because somebody brought this up to me. Well, I don't know if this is exactly the same situation you're talking about, but someone brought up a situation in Wireless that someone tried to like just bump in front of me.
Right.
Like in the queue or something like that.
Right.
And right,
No,
even, like,
don't have that.
there was no acknowledgement
Don't have
of
that.
like. I don't think it's the same situation
Don't
though.
have that.
I don't think it was because it wasn't a queue. It was
okay.
we were out in the field.
Oh, right.
And
I can't remember.
Again,
Can I be honest? Because like he's like my brother, and
Yeah.
he doesn't get vexed like that.
Yeah.
Whether he's in the right or wrong, I will back him.
you know what? You're a ride or die.
I doubt I was wrong though.
That's
The thing.
That's the thing.
yeah.
I doubt I was wrong.
I don't think anyone would
He's really
switch like
reasonable.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've never known Brian. I've known Ryan.
I
Since
don't be
how
wrong.
many
I
years?
can be wrong. I'm not saying I'm not like.
I've never
above.
been wrong.
I'm not above.
But for you
being-
to switch
I am.
like that, I was like, I want to know what this guy
I think
did.
I must have tried. I don't know. Someone might have tried to disrespect, and I just wasn't having it.
That was
It was
crazy.
probably
It
that.
was probably
Because at
that to
that
be
time, I was quite known at that time. So
Oh, definitely.
So people would
I
just
was
feel-
surprised you even did that.
yeah, because I was quite known. Yeah.
So luckily it wasn't the days of. But you know what? It was the days of cameras. But it was like no one was like.
Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? I felt like because you just said what you just said, where I feel like people know that I'm very approachable and I'm lovable and I'm smiley. You know that. I felt like some people would overstep with the disrespect, or they
okay.
get too over familiar.
Right,
And I think I was
okay.
getting that quite a bit. And I think sometimes I might have just exploded. I think I might have just exploded.
right.
It might be that. I can't remember the situation at all. Whoever it was, I hope you still buy my music. I hope you still got love for me.
5 selfies per day only.
That's
If
it.
it's 6 selfies, I might start switching.
That is hilarious. But let's talk about you. You were talking about how you were getting into the fashion business.
Yeah. And started off basically going out wearing, this was even before we made our brand. This was just going out dressing a certain way or dressing the part. And we literally used to get our mood boards from MTV Base and MTV and just see what they're wearing and then go all the way to stores in Balham and Tooting to get our, jewelry and costume jewelry, let me say. And then it was just like, yo, we look the part. And it was so crazy. People would always come and compliment us on our look. And I would always be surprised, like, you know, I probably got this from round the corner from where you live.
Yeah.
Like but it was just, I knew there was now a skill in putting pieces together, not just having pieces, but being able to make something
Can we be real? Did you acknowledge that? Because you've got a style. Could you tell that you had like more style or more of your own style than other people?
Oh yeah, 100%. Just because in college everyone had the same color palette.
Do you think it's got worse now though?
I think it's actually got better.
I'm like the Instagram life. I feel like everybody, male or female, looks the same.
That's because it's very hard now in London to be an individual. Like back in the days, you knew there was a goth in your school. Yeah, you knew there was an emo. But now everyone is dressing like them, whether they're from that culture or not, cultural appropriation. Yeah. There's going to be a bad bee dressing like she listens to Nirvana.
100%.
But she doesn't.
But she doesn't. She'll rock the Nirvana shirt.
That's it.
And I hate that.
Yeah.
Or when they have the Wu-Tang shirt and they can't even name me one member.
There you go.
Or tell me how many members. And even then, there's even 9 or 10, depending on
I remember.
Ems. So all of those.
I hate it.
And I totally get how someone from that culture would be very frustrated sitting there like, I can't even rep my sub genre or my subculture. You know, the skateboard and the baggy jeans and you know, the bottom is soaked with mud and shredded up, and my Vans, because that girl is doing it and that guy is doing it, and they don't even like go to skate park. So I think right now it's very, very hard to be an individual. Back then, when I was coming up, it was very much, oh, you're always wearing colorful stuff and everyone's wearing black. So as I knew, that's how we stood out, just from the colors alone.
And how old are you, Trouble?
How old am I? I knew this question was come up. I never answer.
Why?
Just because no one ever knows my age. 37. I'll tell you this. Even people who went, even people who went to my school, Ems, even people who are in my class don't know my age.
That's crazy.
Well, they're stupid. Like,
if you're African, you'll know.
So you knew you had,
it landed.
So you knew you stood apart from the rest of the people that you know in the fashion world. You know that you dress well. You knew you had the confidence to design stuff.
Yeah.
You were making. So what? Do you remember the first piece you made?
Yeah. So the first piece, and this is before jewelry, was really just a customized piece. I dip dyed. I think most people who ever became a designer kind of dip dyed.
I did that.
Yeah. So it was very much like the first piece you could wear out confidently without it being looking too messy, because it was still a denim jacket, but now it's got a pattern to it. But
also, without giving away your age, that was quite a thing in the 90s.
It was a very big thing in the 90s.
Around 40, 39.
She's still trying to get. She's trying to go back. She's trying to circle back. Trying to circle back to find out your age.
Of April from Ninja Turtles. Like,
I'm so glad you said that.
April.
I was gonna rock Ninja Turtles tees today, but I thought let me leave it.
She's
no,
a
you got the same colour hair as her outfit. Actually,
not the hairstyle.
No, because she was ginger, no?
Yeah, she was ginger. She had the yellow jumpsuit.
Yeah, she did.
Black Ninja Turtles, man.
That's it, exactly that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I knew straight away if I could create something myself, it would be a lot better than trying to put pieces together, and it would be a lot cheaper as well.
Right. Okay. And then so I felt like you not only did your company, you're now making clothing design. What gave you the idea to be like, you know what, this is cool, but I want to make some accessories and I want to make it out of Lego. I mean, that's just genius.
It's so iconic as well in London.
Iconic.
Yeah,
well, it's man.
Well
it's
done,
very
man.
different, and I would say that I've got to big up my dad. So again, coming from an African background, you've just come into the country, the most amount of toys, or the toys that we always got was Lego.
Right.
Every year, Christmas, birthdays. And he said, look, instead of me buying you a toy car or a toy sword, I'm going to buy you Lego so you can make the toy car or make the toy sword.
That's a G.
Yeah. So he was like, just be creative with one toy to make everything else. And that stuck with me. So when I was a lot older, I just remember thinking, do you know what? I'm going to make some jewelry out of Lego. I don't even know what made me think that, but just as a joke, No, I'll tell you what it was. I was going to make real jewelry, but I said, what I'm going to do is instead of drawing it, I'm going to do like a mold out of Lego. So I'm going to make Lego and then obviously show it to the jeweler, and then he will create it out of precious stones.
Yeah.
It looked good just as it was by itself.
Yeah.
So what I did, I put it together. First one was a Mario piece.
Amazing.
Put a hole in it, put a chain, wore it out to the grimiest grime event. I remember Getz was performing with Frisco, and we wore it out. Everyone all blacked out, everyone looking moody. We're there with Lego chains, Mario and Luigi Lego chains. And everyone was like, huh?
Yeah, what's this? Yeah.
What's this? They never said anything, but there was a person who took a picture, and that picture ended up on a blog in Japan.
Right.
And then the blog days were kind of before IG, so everyone would go on blogs.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of my videos blew because of blogs.
I wish I remember some of the names of these blogs, but they were big.
Better never than late. I think they plugged a lot of your stuff too. Or a lot of people used to wear Mandem clothing on their blogs as well.
Yeah, and it was there was a new wave era that came. There was a magazine that the name escapes me, but they used to feature.
What kind of thing did they do?
So the magazine would kind of do lots of colorful characters. People like African Boy was on there.
Yes.
MIA and all that lot.
Exactly. Yes. And it was a colorful magazine. I wish I remember. The guy who runs Complex Magazine now, he did an event called Chock-a-Block, which was a grime showcase and rave. And we'd always go to that rave and wear our pieces. And that was the place where all the industry heads were. I miss those. That
Did you ever know? Is it Butters Radio? Our good friends, Elijah and Skilliam. We got to get them down one day.
100%. We will.
What are they called?
Butters Radio.
I must have missed that one. I must have missed that one.
Because they where are they now? They just out of the country, aren't they? Just traveling and performing.
Yeah.
You've definitely crossed paths with them.
100%. If they were from that era, we would have bumped
heads. And we're from Walthamstow. We grew up as well.
We grew up in East London, Walthamstow as well, and then moved to Edmonton.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's even knowing even more because I'm Walthamstow as well.
What?
So
Wow.
I'm Walthamstow. We're Walthamstow. I'm actually annoyed that you're actually from Walthamstow. And I didn't even know that.
I knew you guys
That's actually
from
annoying.
sets.
I'm actually vexed.
Wow.
We could have linked up time ago, bro.
Damn.
It was meant to be.
Give it up. Give it up. I think you should give it up. But no, that era was, I'm telling you, that was a very creative era for the UK scene, because it was one where everyone was either doing music, production, fashion, media at a high level. And a lot of people who are big now, definitely, I would say they would probably, if they were going to mention their predecessors, it would be someone or a group or a collective from that 2010
Black
era.
London, and sorry to make it that specific, was exciting.
Oh man,
yeah, definitely.
It really was. Listen, when Ryan came on the scene, like I said, I'd never seen a TV person that I can say I knew.
Proud.
I always thought, how the heck did he get on TV? Like, what is the channels you have to go to? Who do you have to know?
Yeah, and for me, I had a different perspective. No, I don't think you were, because it didn't come from because you were grinding.
Yeah,
but for me, it was more surreal because you got to remember, this is my little brother's friend initially. Now I've stolen him.
Yeah.
So I've always known him as Ryan. So then I'm seeing my little brother's friend, and now on the TV, it was just this is weird. At
that time, it was a good timing because
I loved it. I was so proud.
The grime scene was popping.
Yeah,
people would start. You can actually start to make money. Well, some acts at the time. I think it's a bit more viable now. But some acts at the time could start to make money off music.
So proud.
I felt like the grime scene that people tried to ignore for years was being documented. And you could, if you wanted to, and I'm sure you did. Put your money where your mouth is. You pay a nightclub to be like, can I put on a night on? And people were receptive to do it back then. Obviously now it's different, but I threw so many of my launch party nights of my own money, put my own money into that, and and that was it.
No, I absolutely love your grind, only because it's, as a young person, as a young black person, a lot of things are unobtainable or inaccessible. Like, if you're thinking of a TV show, I don't even know, as a young black person, who's the first person you think of reaching out to. Nowadays, obviously, internet, LinkedIn, what. But back then, for you to say, you know what, that's my goal.
You have more hurdles, and that's why people like Jamal was so like important in people's stories, because he was
Jamal,
like the connector, wasn't he? I never met him, but so many people around me, like you guys, you've all known him, met him. I can't claim that. He was that connector that was the difference between getting people in and like the conversations in meetings. It's not just that, there's different ways you can do it, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Because you want people that are going to say your name in rooms when you're not there.
You know what? In a crabs in a bucket world, that is very rare.
But there are some people like that.
And you have to shout them out.
Yeah.
You have to shout those people out.
It's true. Please let me know who's been receptive to you. This is your tune, Ems. I played this for you, actually. Eric Benet, before him and Halle Berry had their tiff. Anyway.
He was playing Hide the Sausage with someone else.
Talk about the people that were receptive to your Lego chains and you had to work with collaboratively.
So I've got to big up my girl Mel Myers. She was another young creative who used to know a lot of these artists that came over from America. And she used to know Pharrell's band. So Pharrell used to be well known for bringing like an actual music band over with him whenever he performed in the UK. And she was very well known to that band. And she said, I see you do these Lego chains, like pendants. Like I saw it on the blogs. Like you should make one for Pharrell. I got someone who can give it to him. And I was at this time, everyone's just asking me for stuff, and I'm like, oh, another one. Okay, I made a SpongeBob one I remember that spot. That was really famous. The SpongeBob one. Sent it to her. A couple of weeks later, I see Pharrell wearing it.
Sick.
On his neck and holding it up across his face as he's coming out of a book launch in Manchester.
So cool.
When I tell you, that blew my mind. 100. The fact that I was looking on the floor where I made that same SpongeBob, and there is Pharrell Williams holding it up, showing it off. Like,
so surreal.
Google SpongeBob Pharrell. It's that same picture, and it's like it'll always be there. And I had to big her up because she was the first person to believe that it could get to that realm. And I remember he gave me a call. Not long. It was like tense, something like bigging me up, and I get a lot of stuff from the UK.
You got a call from Pharrell?
Yes, I think it was the band member.
Why are you saying it like it's the man from the corner shop?
No.
Why are you saying it so nonchalantly?
It definitely is. I definitely wasn't nonchalant.
Like Adele from the corner shop just gave you a bell.
It happened so quick, Em.
That's nice, though.
Yeah, it happened so quick. I think someone passed the phone and just said, really appreciate the gift. I get a lot of stuff from the UK, but this is one I really liked. And I had to go back and thank Mel Myers for that, because she was like,
Shout out Mel Myers.
Appreciates.
What's she doing now, Mel?
I know she's in the States, so she flies back and forth in the States. So she's another creative that's just got fingers in all the pies. But yeah, my first one, Ryan.
I love that.
Ems was Pharrell Williams, big old Pharrell Williams.
That's incredible.
I loved it.
With something in.
When I think about your Lego jewelry, one of the iconic photos I always see. It might be you and your brother together with the Transformer. It's like a mask, or is
That's
it like
Yeah. So we went past Lego pendants, Lego rings, Lego earrings, and Lego bracelets, and said, you know what? And it actually came, the story behind the Lego masks that you see that makes us look like Optimus Prime and Megatron.
Yeah, I love those cartoons, man.
We got asked by will.i.am stylist to make him something, and all we were given as a brief was make it theatrical. We spent hours, days, Skillit, trying to figure out what the heck is theatrical look like 100. In a piece of garment.
Right.
So
you did the research.
We did the research, but accidentally, I tell you, we gave up at one point because they'd already paid.
I can imagine.
So it's like, if you've paid before we've made something, we're under more pressure now. So we then sat there one time, and I was watching TV, Channel 5, and I remember watching Judge Dredd, and I saw Judge Dredd.
I'm guessing about 37.
No, listen. Repeat.
I'm getting about
Repeat.
Ems is hilarious, you know. She is hilarious.
I love your hair.
Oh, thank you.
But you've got a little speckle, sort of pepper. 37.
Do you like it's makeup for a new film?
You look good.
Yeah, Reed Richards. You're playing Reed Richards in the new the Fantastic Four film. A lot of people don't know that. He's playing Reed Richards.
Your hair is like on point.
Got a little white, you know what I'm saying?
No, but your hair is on point. Everything is on point.
I got to big up my barber, X Cuts, Reese from X Cuts. So going back to the story, let me try to nudge her off the subject. So she, so we watched Judge Dredd, and he has a uniform where the shoulder pad is massive, and I said, that's it. We're gonna make a jacket where the shoulder pad is made out of Lego. So we did that. Big up Year Zero because they made the garment and then we made the Lego shoulder pad, and they sewed the shoulder pad of Lego onto the jacket, gave it to will.i.am. Days later, he's in every press run wearing that same Lego jacket that we made, and said he started coming up with all the puns about building bricks and connecting. And I was like, yeah, that we did that
100%.
We also made the Lego mask for him.
Okay.
But I think for performance reasons, he wouldn't be able to wear it and move about as much.
Maybe trademark or something.
And probably his face is probably trademarked as well.
Yeah, and I think he just wanted to show off his face, to be honest.
The girls love him.
Yeah.
But he could have come out with it as an introduction.
Yeah, and then taking it off.
Oh, you know, you're talking about will.i.am, aren't you?
Yeah.
I think you meant Pharrell. Sorry, but
girls love him.
Will.i.am's
we're like low-key hating.
No, Will.i.am's a good-looking guy. I just thought you were talking about Pharrell.
Which
the trademark face, isn't it?
Yeah, because he's known
as a pretty boy. But I'm not saying that will.i.am ain't. I'm not saying that.
I am.
It's ouch.
Yeah.
But from we said, all right, if you're not going to wear it, let us wear it. Because at a point, we then started letting other people be the face of it, of the Lego brick chains.
Yeah.
Up until we were like, no, we kind of need to take ownership back again. So we started wearing it. We went to London Fashion Week. We'd always wear it for like
this is amazing
3-4 seasons in a row, different colors, different styles, but the Lego mask became our trademark.
Can I just touch on that? Because like one big thing about you is like your style and like your creativity. London Fashion Week, did you actually like put on like a show?
We never put on a show, but the best thing about London Fashion Week is the streets are the show. So you don't even have to put on an event and spend money.
Educating me, by the way, I don't know.
Ems, you can go like you are and you would get pap everywhere. Right. You'd end up in a publication online in physical, and that's why I said the streets of London are where fashion begins.
It 100% does, because we see that though, and especially like with certain cultures and styles, you see that things you've seen on the street translate into fashion. Okay, but no, you were doing London Fashion Week, so you were part of the scene though for a couple of years. What years?
And it was the 2015. This girl is so good. 2015, 16, 17, 18 era.
Amazing.
And we really wanted to say, just in case you thought London had lost it in terms of innovation, new fashion, this is us. This is what we're doing. Right. This is what London is representing. Because at that time, Paris was really killing it. I think even now, to be honest, Paris is the new.
Is it?
Yeah, in terms of London fashion, in terms of the fashion weeks, there's New York, Paris, Tokyo, Milan, but Paris has been killing it
me, I don't know.
for a while. So we really wanted to kind of come back and say, you know what? Put London back on the map, and we're doing that with these Lego masks.
London fashion though, like even now.
I think it's definitely the most iconic.
Yeah.
I still have to big up the French because they're forward thinking and they're not afraid.
They push the boundaries.
They push the boundaries, yeah.
And what about Italians as well?
Do you know what? Italians are very classic.
Are they more quality?
Classic. They still stick to that old style.
Yeah.
Kind of
so if you are into fashion, you'll find cuts are their thing. They like clean cuts. They do definitely. There's a subculture that will delve out and kind of mix a French and an Italian and move it forward, i.e. Year Zero.
Yeah.
But overall, they're very classical.
But in terms of, because obviously, speaking from I'm a novice when it comes to fashion design. I dated a fashion designer before, but
of course you did. Of course you did.
But I'm a novice. I'm totally a novice. So in terms of I'm assuming in terms of making marks in fashion throughout history, Italians play a big part in that.
Oh, 100%. Because that classic look has never gone out. It will always be.
Right.
forward thinking.
All that, man.
Exactly. But you still have to go back to the classic.
Punch a man up in a suit, tie, and a
there
sheet.
you go.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm buying
like
it from the top.
Think of like the mafioso.
100%.
They always
being
look
stereotypical,
nice.
but yeah.
We are, but I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. What about Koreans?
Koreans,
I feel like today they're like fashion moguls. Am I wrong?
They 100%. Like what they do is, in fact, after even the Lego brick chains weren't in the public eye, a lot of our orders were coming from Koreans and Malaysians. So a lot of them either saw it online and were telling us to make special orders for them. But when I tell you, a lot of them, they're like 5 years ahead of everyone.
Sure.
And they're not scared to embrace that. They're not scared to embrace what the future's going to look like.
Absolutely.
In fact, a lot of us are going to start dressing like we're in
Are they more
Korea
innovative?
now.
Yeah, no, I've noticed this.
Because you said that like London and Paris are kind of more unique.
So forward thinking is Paris.
Yeah.
In
What's
the future
London?
is Korean. London is iconic.
Yeah.
London likes to have a nice little safe space.
Yeah.
And anything outside of that, it usually kind of gets not ignored, but not ready yet.
Yeah.
We're not ready for that yet, you know.
And you said like Italy was more the kind of like classic.
They will always be there. They're riding classic to the death.
Right.
Yeah. While Koreans, they're everyone 5 years from now, and most of the Far
Innovation.
East is that. Whether it's technology, whether it's software, and fashion is definitely one of them.
Okay.
And whether they create it themselves or they mix and match and borrow from everyone, I'm not sure. But I do know they're very much in 2028.
I remember big up with my lady Tia. We were driving in Elephant and Castle, and we saw like a group of Korean people.
Yeah.
6. I assume they're Korean, but I think I think
I want to ask
quite
a couple
good.
questions.
No, but I'm quite good at telling the differences.
Yeah,
I'm quite good at it. So
digging a hole.
I am literally. They were Japanese. You're racist. Anyway, so the 6 of them walked past the car, and the swag,
them,
the swaggy. Like the swag the women was wearing, the men were wearing. I was like, listen.
You can't.
Amazing.
You can't not notice a Korean, even in.
That's why I assumed that I was right.
Yeah,
with my
it's just too obvious when you come across
Meanwhile,
any
they were like
person
Filipinos.
who knows how to dress. You can't do nothing but say, you know what?
They probably
I notice you.
Asian.
Yeah.
I see you. I recognize you. So yeah, now just a little bit of education. Yeah, every country, every continent has a different look, a different style, obviously, and some people lean more towards one, others lean towards another. But yeah, that's how fashion has been growing ever since the beginning of fashion.
It's creativity though, isn't it? It's like you guys with your music. It might be just me in my carnival costumes. There's something so beautiful about it, and like it's exciting. Like when I think of fashion, it's exciting. I know, Ryan,
and you make some. You make. I know he is. I'm just having to vibe with this.
You're gonna have to add your playlist to your.
I'll
mute the conversation and bring up the volume of the back. Because but I tell you,
I know vibes.
He's definitely. Oh man, I can't wait for. I don't even know what I'm doing tonight, but wherever it is,
you're going.
I'm going.
I got you in the mood.
Yes, you got me in the mood. And by the time the show is done, it will still be light.
What I love about you is like not how hard you and your brother work, but you always make sure you put time to educate others on fashion. You do a lot of like, I guess, how do I describe what you guys do? It's kind of like seminars and things like that. So like, is that educating others and lifting people up to believe that they could become fashion moguls like yourselves? Is how important is that for you?
I think in life, if that's part of life, when you grow up, you're meant to impart knowledge down to others, whether it's your kids, your younger siblings, or to strangers. And that is what is going to make the world a much better place.
Yes.
Can we talk? Sorry, I had to come in on the chorus.
I like what you're saying though,
but
because it's like mentorship. This is how you're going to bring the next generation. You're going to give them the tools to keep doing what they're doing. I mean, I'm going to be real. When it comes to like Black, Brown, Asian individuals, I want to uplift us as much as we can. that I will do my thing that way. It sounds like I've seen stuff you're doing as well, by the way. Like you've had
All
like
the time.
exhibitions. I'm seeing you guys
doing workshops. To do workshops.
Yeah.
You guys done like
big campaigns. You're visually everywhere.
You pop up. You do pop-up stores.
Yeah.
You did something in Wolverhampton before. You have actually a big store in Westfield right now, which we'll get into in the second half of the show.
Yeah.
But like, I just love, bruv. It's so inspiring. It is. It's so inspiring.
I love when. I wished it was happening for me in terms of when somebody could say, yo, I've got this opportunity for you, come through and do a pop-up in this big corporate space, or come and work in this environment that is mainly inaccessible to you people or you.
Yeah,
so
facts.
Let's get these young people that platform that they need to be in, so that all these other distractions, road or whatever it is, can be a thing of the past. And they're like, no, I'm too busy. I've got this thing with this corporate, or I've got to do this workshop. Or
You've got
there
choices.
Yeah.
Or they understand they have choices. Because some of the problems, some of the barriers that they don't understand they have choices.
Yeah. And a lot of those choices are not visible.
Yeah,
I always say to corporates and to the council, if you've got an initiative running, I need to hear about it from the rooftops. Yeah. Don't let me have to be in the inside to know that there's a school program running for people in this particular area,
for sure.
But they don't know about it.
Yeah.
If I know about it, like, I'm not the one going to these programs. You need to go to the people who need the programs, whether you're canvassing at schools, youth clubs, houses, in people's workplace, in the local supermarket. Let these kids know there's something there for them.
Absolutely.
So they can go out, learn, educate themselves, and become the new Skillit, the new M's, the new BwoyWonder, the
100%.
better versions of us. You know?
I agree, because I feel like there's so many things I probably would love to do as a child if I knew that those places were available and accessible.
That's the most frustrating thing.
You know?
It's like, what? You were there all that time, so I didn't have to do a madness.
That's right. Or travel half the world when you're just down the road.
There you go. There you go. So it's all about educating people, the younger ones, but also educate the adults to let them know these opportunities are available.
We're going to get to more about you on the second half. I just want to ask a personal question that I want to ask you.
Ooh,
I'm very interested about what you do for work and how you find it in the fashion industry, especially as a black man.
Yeah.
We've got a few minutes before we go on a break. For black men and women in fashion, of course you advocate for that. Of course you push for that. Mm-hmm. But how hard is it?
It ain't easy. No. You know, it's definitely not easy. And one thing that I always say is that as a black man, as a black woman, as a black person, you definitely need to persevere.
Yeah.
You definitely need to persevere. It's going to sound so corny, but if you ever see any film where somebody is down and out and somehow they get through all that madness, they get through the valley of the shadow of death, that's not made up. That story is there because that is real life. That happens in real life.
Yeah.
You know, the slave that escaped from 12 years a slave, that was because of willpower, perseverance, and belief and faith.
That's right.
You know, so make sure whatever it is that's holding you back, you just plow through that,
and we'll talk about it afterwards, but I think for me, I'd like to hear you talk about, you know, knowing that they can get paid for some of the things that they're doing.
Mate,
and
hey, I get paid to talk. I get paid to talk.
Yes.
So I know there's someone out there who's good at talking, who's good at presenting, who's good at designing. You can get paid for that.
100%.
Thank you. And we'll, because we're coming up to the break, so we can't do it now. But it's also knowing when to take opportunities versus when they should get paid. Because obviously you just walk through the door, you cannot expect the world and their mother.
100%.
Well,
there's going to be a time and there's going to be a place and it's going to be after the break.
Thank you so much. I'm loving my guest BwoyWonder. I'm loving my co-host Dominic and Ems today. This is episode 10 of Skillit's World. We keep moving. We keep
double
going
figures.
Up. We're gonna turn up for the next before the advert break kicks in. We've got more BwoyWonder coming up after the break.
Party.
You can let her waste it. Then if you want it, then I want
Changing the way you listen to radio. iLive Radio.
This is Emerson, and you're locked into iLive Radio. Radio. Keep it locked.
This is Felicia Temple, and you're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio.
What's up, everybody? This is Indie Soulstress Gwen Yvette on iLive Radio, the station that supports independent artists and their music.
Are you looking for that feel-good music? The kind of music that makes you want to share with your friends? Then you've been looking for iLive Radio, your number one source for music lovers worldwide, playing a variety of hits from soul, reggae, gospel, jazz, hip-hop, funk, and everything in between. Download the iLive Radio app now and listen to us when you're on the go. Available on iTunes and the Google Play Store. You can also listen live on TuneIn and Alexa. iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio.
Yo, this is Special K, representing for Mixmaster J on iLive Radio UK, on the award-winning show, Reggae Drive Time, Monday to Thursdays, playing you the hottest reggae and dancehall flavors. Pressure them, Mixmaster J, pressure them.
Lightworks with V Swizzle. She's a hip-hop geek influenced by Dilla Beats. Tune into her show each and every Monday, 8 till 10 p.m. on iLive Radio UK, where the vibe is funky, chunky beats interwoven with lost funk hits for sound innovation. This is Lightworks with V Swizzle on iLive Radio UK.
Tune in to JC's Progressive Soul every Monday, 10 till midnight with me, JC. Playing the best in soul and soulful hip-hop, from the classic to the rare, blended with the neo and progressive, celebrating legends past and present. That's JC's Progressive Soul, every Monday, 10 p.m. till midnight.
We're starting up, now we're on our way.
Hi, I'm DJ Illusion. Join me every Tuesday between 7 and 9 p.m. UK time, right here on iLive Radio with The Flashback Show, changing the way you listen to music.
Yeah, iLive Radio.
The Flashback Show, across the World Wide Web.
iLive Radio.
The days when the nights we
Welcome to iLive UK. This is Deep Sound here, telling you to tune in to the Beats and Bass Show every Tuesday, 9 to 11, showcasing the best in 140 dubstep and grime, and sometimes going across the board, featuring guest mixers, artists, and guest DJs. So tell a friend, every Tuesday, 9 to 11, Beats and Bass Show on iLive UK, changing the way you listen to music.
iLive UK want to hear from you. You can get in touch by calling us on 0208 638 8503, or you can send a WhatsApp message, text only, to 07564 265 257. You can watch us live on Twitch and Mixcloud, and whenever you miss a show, you can listen back via our podcast page at ilivek.com. Don't forget to download our iLive Radio Network app from the Google Store and take us on the road with you. It's iLive UK across all platforms, changing the way you listen to radio.
You're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio. iLive Radio.
This is Kaya L'Oreal, and welcome to Skillit World with Ryan Skillit on iLive UK.
Yeah. 100%. We're back at Skillit's World. Listen, if you're watching this currently on the YouTube or live on Twitch, you would have seen my man BwoyWonder doing some skanks, very reminiscent to Albie Shaw. But
we got a couple of viewers watching.
I want to talk about the skanks, bro. We're going to talk about everything else, but let's just start back with this, bro. You and your brother, the dance steps are just,
oh man,
crazy with it.
We really appreciate
do
you know what?
Now.
My knees. But
Ems, when I say these guys are crazy with the dancing, to the level that one of the greatest performers, one of the greatest dancers to ever grace the music industry retweeted their dance, and I'm talking about the one Chris Brown.
No, big up.
Like, that's
big up my brethren, Chris Brown.
Yeah, you know, that was that. Yeah. No, we go way back. You know, I told him everything he knows.
No,
you know what I mean? Like, it's just, you guys are natural with it, man.
Do you know what? We're just having fun, and it's like, I think I'm a very good imitator. So if I see
you
a
can
move,
just, that's your mutant power.
Yeah,
that's your mutant power. You're an X-Man. You're X-Man.
I can be you.
You go to the go on.
As an observer, you enjoy what you're doing. That's what it comes across like. So it makes me want to be in, because you look like you're having fun. We want to be in that.
You know what? That's what it's all about. Once you are having fun, you can unstush the stushest person in the room.
I totally agree.
You really can. If they see and they...
Sometimes the suspicious person want to have fun.
Yeah,
sometimes the suspicious person is a genuinely nice person, but they're just being hurt or they're guarded and they don't want to, and they don't want to feel embarrassment. They want to feel that, and then when they realize, oh, actually, these brothers are actually really nice and welcoming, and I can see the energy that they have in the room, and everybody that goes to their parties has nothing but great things to say about you. Everyone that goes to their parties have a good time. They can just be themselves,
and they have that exact.
But that's a superpower that you guys can do, because that's not easy enough.
It's not, because I've been on the receiving end of being not the stush one, but like, oh, shall I move now or shall I wait until everybody else is doing it?
Yeah.
And if nobody does it, then sometimes I don't end up doing it.
Yeah.
That used to be like the old version of me. Then I started saying, you know what if I'm the instigator? Let me be the fire starter.
That happens as you get older, though, innit? You get more comfort in yourself.
It really does, but not that old.
So you do the fashion.
She's on it.
I'm loving this video.
You are not letting go.
So you do the fashion. You know, you did a little spill with music. I know you're doing more comedy, because you do comedy skits, which we're going to talk about as well.
Yeah, you guys.
But there was a time where you did a little comedy songs. I remember you did a little funky house renditions.
Oh my days, this guy, the Facebook song.
I think you did the Facebook tune.
Yeah, oh man, when I tell you, your boy, DJ Ace.
Yes, big up to my brother, DJ Ace.
I gotta big him up. Literally, I posted a silly little, I forgot what the name was. Why are you in the club on Facebook?
Yeah.
Updating your Facebook. This is when Facebook was.
Is this it?
Skillit!
Lyrics for lyrics.
Shut up, Skillit.
Hey, this is my jam, bro. I don't care.
Listen.
Log out, shock out, brother.
This is your life, BwoyWonder.
This is exactly it. No. Skillit World.
Skillit, you came out with the. Hey, he's done a better research job than you, Ebbs. He pulled this one out. No, when I tell you he came and pulled this out the bag, I didn't even know this was still about.
Brother, I downloaded this at the time, bro.
No, this is crazy. This is crazy.
Well, big up yourself, my brother. You dropped this the same time I dropped Skeen. And I had the same energy. We had the same energy. That's why I loved it. I think it was 2009 you dropped this.
Yes.
That's why I dropped Skeen.
No way!
So I related to you. I saw you. I saw me and you, bro.
No, that is so bad. Oh, we should have done a collabo, man.
I'm kicking myself. But it's never too late. We'll see what the future holds, brother. We'll see.
This was too funny.
Chatting out of your anus. Standing there, you look brainless. Why you in the club with ravens? Updating your status. Chatting out of your anus. Acting like you're all famous. Going for a fag, you're not even smoking. You're on Facebook poking. While everybody else champagne toasting, you're just there on a jolting. Going for a fag, you're not even smoking. You're on Facebook poking. While everybody else champagne toasting, you're just there on a jolting. Why you in the club on Facebook?
Hey.
Updating your Facebook.
Hey.
Please look out at your Facebook, especially when you're in a rave. Look, why you in the club on Facebook? Updating your Facebook. Please look out at your Facebook. I smack the phone out your face. Look, just because your friends look much fitter, there's no need
No, this is too funny. Listen,
I love this.
I got a big up. It was actually my brother's music video, Ilamadi's music video, and while we were having a quick break, I had the tune ready, and I said to my cousin, who was the director, big up Trail Pictures, I said, listen, just quickly, let's shoot this video, one take, no long thing. We did it, and as you can see in the video, I'm not lip syncing well, it's just off, but it was that one time, posted it went viral at the time, and big up your guy DJ Ace, who put it on Radio 1 Extra. And I was like, what?
Yeah, have we shouted at your brother today?
Big up Ilamadi, man. He's a G, man.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite barrers. He's really good with words. We're
definitely gonna get him on the show as well. He shared that you were coming on today, and I said to him, brother, you need to come down.
No, 100%. He will come down one time. We were talking about the vibe that we bring from dancing.
That's right.
Just because we just love bringing that kind of positive energy in the room, and we do that with a lot of the things that we hold, events that we do. So one thing that we love doing is holding parties. One of the biggest parties we hold is called SipNStoke, which is the UK's #1 sip and paint party.
Say that one more time, babe.
It's the UK's #1 sip and paint party. SipNStoke UK. Get to know.
Everyone I know that goes to that has had such a great time. So
listen,
I'm passing through next, bro.
Please, I beg you, just come.
I keep saying it, and I need to do it, bro.
Ryan, Skillit, Ems, when I tell you, I get bored talking about how good it is. I just want you to experience
100%.
It is lit. We paint, we party, we put the art in. We put the art in party. Yeah, we put the art in party. There is an abundance of good energy, not just from the people, but from the staff that we work with and have on the team. If you think we're energetic, you should see them. Young, vibrant, energetic. More than us. There's just more than just the two of us. There's like a whole bunch of people who make it what it is. I got to big up Merch Millions, who was the founder. He said, you know what, I got a paint party idea. I want you to come and host with me. And yeah, it's just going to be sipping and painting, and people are going to be enjoying themselves. When we came on board, we started adding the little dance off. We started making it a turn up affair. It was always going to be a turn, but we took it from to another 100 level above. Right. So every time I say people come down, it's always going to be mainly females because they want.
I see on social media the amount of women that go to these things, bro.
Answer carefully. You've got a girlfriend.
Yeah, no, of course I'm going to be respectful, but respectfully. Jesus! That's what I'm gonna. Jesus! That's what I'm gonna say.
But respectful. Listen, females nowadays, they want
it's like a Drake concert.
It really is.
It's like a Drake, Chris Brown concert. The amount of gal that's there, bro.
Only females usually come out looking 10 out of 10 all the time, but the most they do that is usually a concert or a sip and paint party or a brunch. Now, when I tell you, a lot of females are looking for a safe space to come out where they're not going to be hassled
and harassed. And the man them just chomping on them every 2 seconds, and they can't even just enjoy themselves.
Exactly.
It's like I just feel like we as men, because I'm gonna speak. A lot of men just feel like they have a right to just disturb a woman's day.
Yes.
It's like, let a woman just have a good time. Like, when you have to come, why do you feel like if you're interested in someone, at least do it respectfully as well?
Yeah.
You don't have to do it in a way where it's
and if you weren't corny, you might get it anyway.
100%. Just like. Let women have a good time.
Please.
I've always been on that stance as well.
And we always invite fellas to come and see how females enjoy themselves organically. Because
why did you say that?
Because I feel like when you're not surrounded
in
by
their habitat,
or if you're around other females or people like-minded who are there to enjoy yourself, you are actually going to enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
When there's,
True.
I don't want to say we're distractions, but when I feel we act a certain way when there's certain people around.
Facts.
That's very true.
If my dad's in the room, I'm going to act a certain way compared to when he's not in the room. When guys are in the room or girls are in the room, you're going to act a certain way because they're there. You're going to kind of lift up your chest a little bit, fellas.
Even the set
tense
of
up
friends.
your muscles and biceps and kind of voice is going to get a bit deeper. You get me? But then when it's just pure vibes, you're just gonna be yourself. You're gonna be silly.
He's got
you know,
such
you're
a
gonna
radio voice as
you're gonna
well, bro.
dance. You're gonna make sure that you and your girls are buying bottles. You're painting. You're creative. You may not be a painter, but you're gonna have fun with your people.
Free, safe. Like, you can be free and open. That's why people can have fun, innit? Can we just touch on this radio voice thing that you keep doing?
All right.
I love it.
I love. You know, one thing I've always wanted to do, and I know it will happen. I always wanted to do a skit.
You do
Skillit,
bro. That's gonna happen.
When I tell you, you've just got like, Ryan has a wicked mind where he can make a skit out of anything. It just makes a skit out of just, I don't know, waking up, brushing your teeth, and like he'll write a song from that.
It's the Trini in him.
You know what it is? There's certain skits I've done, and I think to myself, I don't know if that's good enough or not. And then somebody does the idea, and you're like, you know what I mean? Or I've done skits that wasn't as popular as somebody else doing it, and it's taken off.
But you done it before.
But I done it first.
I
saw my work.
I know. I get that. And you know what? I'd honestly say you were like Instagram before Instagram. I appreciate like your content was very. Even when you were doing BBC, I always felt like, did everyone see it? Like, I know it's on BBC, but did
bang?
Yeah, like,
do you remember that?
Did you ever see the stuff I did with Barry Scott from Skillit Bang?
No, of course I did. That's one of your most famous ones. But that needed to. I felt like that needs to be redone.
I know.
Or shown again.
I might. You know what I might do? I might get him on the show. I might get Barry Scott on Skillit World.
Listen, the way you connected the dots with that, it just made sense.
100%.
It just made sense.
Big up to the Fly Hooligan, who's like a really, you know the Fly, Emmanuel. He's really big in America now. He's doing well in America now.
And he's a nice guy.
He had me. He was doing his radio show before he started. I mean, he was always rapping, but he had a radio show as well. And he had me on the show, and he was a big supporter of my music. He loved my music.
Yeah.
He did songs with me as well. And he said that my album should be called Skillit Bang. It was his idea. He said your album should be called Skillit Bang.
100%.
And when he said that, I was like, all right, cool. And at first I was like, maybe not. And I got the artwork designed, but I was thinking, I don't know. And then I met Barry Scott on set. And I just came up to him and I said, listen, bro, I got this idea. I don't know if you ever... He was like, I love the idea. And he didn't charge me for it, bro. He did all the adverts for free. He became a fan of my music. His son's a massive fan of my music.
No way.
So big up Barry Scott, man. He did all that for free.
Barry Scott.
Yeah, I'm gonna holler him, see if he'd be interested in coming on.
The Fly Hooligan, I actually spoke to him, just messaged him. He's going to come down. So maybe we just bring him down one day.
All right, cool.
You have got, you're like glue. You bring things together.
I appreciate it.
And that is one thing in the culture it's very much shouted about, but it's always missing. It's the fact that you want to be the glue. Some people just want to be flipping, first of all, sellotape. You come on and off, and you could choose what you put up on the wall.
What do you mean? Like, they've got that main character type?
I'm talking about being able to bring people together to let them ascend to their own level of heights.
You
know, it's sometimes a very dog eat dog world where it's like, no, let me keep all the gems.
My thing, I'm scared to like share.
Exactly that. But
I feel you do that better than me. I'm gonna be real. I feel you do that completely more better. Like, I feel like with me, I've been lucky to be in positions where I've helped people out or whatever, because that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
But I felt like my patience sometimes is not always the best, especially back in the day.
Oh, right.
My temperament was not always the best.
Right.
Like, situations happened and I probably didn't always act in the best way. Not to the degree of like what you saw in Wireless, not like that. But you know what I mean. I feel like you and your brother have a great temperament, and I think the way you are with people, I think that's how you've been able to sustain its following.
Quite similar.
Yeah, we are quite similar, but I feel like you've sustained a great following, business-wise as well. Like, you've done really well, bro.
We really, it's so funny, you know, like if you had a silhouette of our face or head shape, we'd probably be able to fit inside the same silhouette, even with your hairstyle. And that's why it's like some people are just meant to be around each other.
I agree.
And I feel that's
thing.
I agree.
if that's not my twin brother, I feel like energy.
I definitely feel like, it doesn't matter because we still have long to live and we're still gonna do stuff.
Amen.
God willing.
But 100. But that's one of my regrets. It's like, why did I not just holler at you guys earlier?
Yeah, no, it will happen.
Yeah,
in God's
100%.
time.
You're how old now? It's never too late. Just
It's never too late. Yeah,
you're not gonna answer that question, so
yeah.
The look he gave him.
Even when I come in your show, Ems, you ain't getting that answer out of me. Yeah,
because
you won't get the answers, Swams.
Especially because you're a fashion designer, so you knew what Kanye meant when he said,
"Listen,
this thing's cost a lot of money. You think these things don't cost a lot of money? I know what these things." Oh, like that was a hilarious meltdown.
No, for real.
So who's like you're so big into music, you love music, you got the same similar taste to me when it comes to music.
Yeah.
Who are your icons, man? Who are the guys you grew up loving?
Oh man, do you know what? I like music before my era. You know, it's like.
Same. I mean, I think if you're a music lover, you love all kinds of music. No matter what era.
Yeah, like I always used to think, how come you like music when you weren't even in that era?
I never understood that question.
Yeah,
do people ask you that as well?
Yeah, I never
listen. Yeah, it's beautiful
listen
music.
to it first.
I'm not a performer. When I get asked that question, I think it's redundant and stupid as well. So don't watch that.
It's weird. Like
it's a weird question.
Why would
so
you
the
limit
vibe
that?
doesn't get you.
It's like people that only eat like rice. Okay. But I want to eat something else. Like, I'm gonna have something else. Why would I just eat that?
And imagine they haven't even tasted it. Anything else.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like, this life is for living.
It really is. And
It's
like,
short.
I'm telling you, music-wise, I go beyond my era. The 80s, the 90s. I love obviously the New Jack Swing, the Bobby Browns, the Teddy Rileys, and Michael Jackson. Obviously, that transcends all.
I feel like
eras.
Michael Jackson's a big reason why you would.
Listen.
I think he taught everyone how to dance.
100%. There's no
Favorite
one.
Michael Jackson video.
Mine is definitely got to be my favorite video. 100% is "Remember the Time."
It's mine too.
All right, you know what my favorite Michael Jackson video is? And I honestly,
It's like
I
9
know we
minutes
all
long.
have opinions. And
No, go on.
There's no right or wrong answer.
No.
But I think I've got the right answer. The reason why I say that is, don't get me wrong, Remember the Time, a classic, iconic video.
No,
I love it. I love it.
I want to hear this.
I watched it yesterday.
If you're looking
I
at it
literally
from
watched it
Michael,
yesterday.
the best video Michael Jackson's ever done in terms of in regards of a performance standpoint, in terms of what he did on that screen with the skanks and everything, Smooth Criminal, bro.
Ooh, I'm sorry. Yeah, no.
That is his
Do you know what?
I'm
Do you know what?
who Remember the Time.
That's his best video.
It's got the cinematography and it's got
I
all the
hear you.
scenes. But that's why
Beautiful
I like
video.
it.
Oh,
That's what I
you
like.
said goosebumps.
But you see Smooth Criminal, brother.
No,
you see when I was a kid watching that video with a popsicle in my hand, running to the front
you
room
said
with a towel.
You said
And a
goosebumps.
popsicle is watching it like.
Yeah, no. You said goosebumps.
Can you do the bit?
Do you know why, Ems? Sorry, because a lot of people remember when Remember the Time came out. Prior to that, it was 100% Smooth Criminal.
Yeah.
Because obviously because it's a later song, i.e. Remember the Time is a later song, it came out later. I think it's still in our peripheral memory. So that's the one we see at the forefront.
Yeah.
And it kind of blockades anything he's
Especially
done
if you're from a certain era, like it's just because he had the hair like that.
Yeah. So I definitely agree when you say,
what's his best song though?
For me, my
Ooh,
personal
that's
best
hard.
song is I Can't Help It, and it's
I love that. You've got similar tastes as me.
yeah.
Do you know who wrote that song though?
Stevie Wonder. And do you know what?
But
I
you can
found
hear
that
that.
out.
You can hear that, though.
You can.
It's
Ems, you're right.
It's blatantly Stevie Wonder.
You really can.
Yeah,
I
but
can't.
that's a classic. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I always wished it was a song.
Good music. I just want to.
Looking in the mirror.
I'm trying to see if I've got it. I don't know if I do.
Took me by surprise.
I do have it. Yeah. What's that?
I want to turn the lights down.
but
Can I see if I can turn the lights down though? Is that bad?
Yeah, turn the lights on. This rock out to some I can't help it.
Like a trip from heaven. Oh, you're a DJ. You're a DJ. He's a DJ. With sensitivity, a man like me. Oh,
Yeah,
please
be
listen.
Nice though.
Listen.
Gonna get sexy in there.
Listen.
I love this tune.
Listen.
Looking in my mirror, took me by surprise. I can't help but see you. Drifting through my mind.
I love it.
I'm helpless like a baby. Since your disguise.
Look, waistline.
It's getting better all the time. I can't help it. If I wanted to, I wouldn't help it. Even if I could, I can't help it. If I wanted to, I wouldn't help it. No, I can't help it. If I wanted to, I wouldn't help it. Even if I could, I can't help it. If I wanted to, I wouldn't help it. No.
Look at this man. I love it.
Left to run my fingers softly by your side. Love came and possessed you.
Come on.
Bringing sparkles to your mind. Like a trip to heaven. Heaven is the prize. And I'm so glad I found you. Yeah. You're an angel in disguise.
Woo! Tell him!
I can't help it. If I wanted to, I wouldn't help it. Even if I could, I can't help it. If I wanted to, I wouldn't help it. No, I can't help it.
man.
If I wanted to, I wouldn't help it. Even if I could, I can't help it. If I wanted to, I wouldn't help it. No.
Okay, yeah, we're back. I think we need a little MJ break there. That was nice.
Man.
That was
You know what I really love about that song?
nice.
It's the MJ ad-libs at the end.
He took it there.
Like, his ad-lib game was crazy.
It
I've
was
listened to
so.
that song like 9 billion times.
This one.
Yeah, I love this song.
You know, I love it when people say that reaction you guys gave when I said this. I love when people get that same reaction because I thought it was an obscure album cut that no one would recognize.
No, not even. Ems, can we put the lights back on? Because it's not looking great. It's not looking great in the camera, bro.
No, it actually looks like
It's not looking great in the camera, bro.
If I wanted to, no.
Yeah,
I can't help it. If I wanted to, I wouldn't help it. Even if I could, I can't help it. If I wanted to, wouldn't help it. No.
Woo! There you go, we're back. Thank you very much, Mandy.
Yeah.
You got Mandy all day. My Trini sister.
Oh yeah, Mandy, you're Trini. You're a Trini. I love that. Oh man. Skillit, this is amazing. Your show is amazing.
Yeah, we just want to do something different. You know, I hate the whole cliche. So sit down, tell me about why women hurt you since you were 10. I hate all that. I hate all those podcasts where the men feel they can tell women how they should be and how they should dress and how they should have their bodies.
And talk real fast while they're doing it. No.
Hate that with a passion. I hate all that.
And it's boring.
What's that idiot, that kickboxer guy? What's his name?
Which one?
Tate. Andrew Tate? Tate Andrew.
Oh, the mixed race
I can't
guy.
handle him, bro.
Yeah, he's a belly.
Big him up because I know what he's doing and he knows what he's doing. He's doing the views. He's doing
But I can't
the
respect that.
I can't, but you know, he's doing it for
There's
one
a
reason.
knowing, and because it converts to pounds for him, isn't it?
I just don't get why people allow him to.
Yeah,
to
why
chat.
are you interested in what he's saying?
Yeah, like why'd you let him badge you up on your own show as well?
Why you care?
Yeah,
stop watching what he's doing.
I've only seen one person bad him up, and I saw it on a TikTok. There was a podcast that kind of had him on, pretended they were revering him, and then at the end they did.
They destroyed him.
They destroyed him, but it was like really refreshing to see him not say anything. But
it was like those two guys that always try to disrespect women, and they had Brittany Renner come on. Was it Brittany Renner? Was it Brittany?
About the two black guys.
Yeah, and they had that porn. Well, she's not a porn star. She
They say really problematic things about
but
black
she
women
came on. She
constantly,
came on
them
and battered
ones.
them up, and their platform hasn't worked out since. People just stopped listening to them.
Is it the two black guys and one's Caribbean? That one.
I don't know, but they're black guys. Yeah, they're American. That's what I don't know. They're American. That's what I know. but idiots. In this segment, BwoyWonder, we just asked you your favorite MJ songs, your favorite this. Yeah. But this is actually a segment on my show called My Favorite Things, and this is BwoyWonder's My Favorite Things.
When I rhyme in remarkable timing, shorties with brown eyes that sparkle like diamonds. What? Us in the park when we played on the swing. These are a few of my favorite things.
So the rules of this game, BwoyWonder, is Dominic and Ems, my lovely co-host, and myself are going to ask you throw out some questions about your favorite this, favorite that, and you just answer honestly. What's your favorite? Okay. So I'll start off. Your favorite football team?
Tottenham Hotspurs.
Favorite place that you visited on holiday?
Uganda. It's home and it's where I love going to visit.
Favorite movie?
Always get stuck on this one. Ooh, favorite movie that I can go back to.
I mean, it doesn't have to be the right answer. Just whatever your heart's telling you right now.
I like The Departed with Leo DiCaprio.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the original?
That's one thing I flopped on seeing the Korean.
The Korean original. Infernal Affairs. Watch that, bro.
Is it take for take?
Like what they did with Departed was they merged the two films into one. So it's actually two films.
Oh, right.
Infernal Affairs 1 and Infernal Affairs 2, part 1 and part 2. And what Departed did was, even though they did it is a really good remake, I have to say. Like, big up Scorsese, they did a really good remake of it, but Infernal Affairs is better.
Can I ask
because it's two films, yeah.
Is it the same?
Yeah.
Okay, that one was what spun me.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, that spun me. That when I watched that, I walked out of there thinking, raw, like a good guy can get duppied.
Yeah.
But obviously, there's another plot twist in that.
Not to spoil the film for you.
Sorry.
Fine.
But yeah, The Departed definitely up there.
Your favorite fashion piece?
My favorite fashion piece is definitely my what was it? The SpongeBob SquarePants Lego pendant.
Favorite person you collaborated with your fashion wear?
Oh, definitely Kanye. I got to big up
at the time you had the answers, right?
He had the answers. Yeah. I'm the only one who had the answers. But no, I got to big him up, and his ex-wife, who on her stories one time on Instagram, she kind of said, "Oh, look at all of Kanye's old pieces," and she hovered over the camera, and it was right there, the piece that I made for him.
Crazy.
Right there in front of.
So Kim did that.
Kim did the video.
That's really nice.
Yeah, and it was.
She broke up with Pete Davidson, you know.
No way.
Yeah, they're split now. Yeah.
Who's surprised?
Yeah. I mean, that was
that was for PR. Though.
What? But you know what? He's winning because he can say, "Yeah, I know."
I know.
I heard he had a massive personality.
They remain as friends. They remain as friends though. They're cool though. They remain as friends.
He can still say, "Hey, remember when I?"
Yeah, I've had that with some of my exes. So anyways, what you were saying?
One of my questions was favorite female hip hop artist, any genre.
Lil' Kim.
That's Lil' Kim. Favorite male.
I got
hip-hop.
no time for you fake.
Yeah.
I want to recreate that music video because that was probably one of my favorite.
When Diddy's going down the lift.
Yes.
The escalator. Sorry.
I'm gonna do that in a Jubilee line because it reminds me like it was all nice, clean, and silver. So I'm gonna do that.
That's a Jubilee line.
Yeah.
But I saw what he meant though.
Yeah, that's genius.
Yeah, no.
And that bank station was nice, downstairs.
No, you know, Ems, you know. Yeah. So favorite female rap artist, Lil' Kim. And you know, this is the only. It's probably one of a few. Not the only, but my favorite verse that I can rap because it's so sick.
What did he?
Yeah,
Puffy's.
Yeah. What you wanna do? Wanna be ballers, shot callers, ballers. We be dipping in the Benz and the sprawlers.
Low
in the Taurus, trying to get some hands like Taurus. Yeah, living.
You know what the best verse in this tune though?
I'm gonna say Lil' Kim.
No,
I disagree.
No, it's
Sheik Luch. No, the best verse. He stole this tune.
He really did.
Can you play that bit for me?
Yeah, it's coming. But when I tell you,
I don't know how you can't remember Sheik Luch's verse.
But you have to remind me. Don't
get me wrong, Lil' Kim was great on this, but
I remember hers.
Sheik's verse.
He kills it.
He killed it.
He set it up and hit
That's
out the
probably
park.
she's best verse,
Bro,
ever.
I don't even want to say that, but I'm sorry.
That's his best verse ever.
Skillit, you're absolutely right with that one.
I love disrespect the shit.
Personally,
That's his best verse.
Well,
Yes.
you disrespected him.
No.
when you hear it,
it's a great
But
song.
Play it.
Shall I forward to it?
Yeah.
yeah.
It's your
I love Jada's verse in it as well. Jada's verse.
I can't believe he mashed it.
It raps out. You're on the screen.
Forest green, Benz Jeep for my scene, so while you sleep, I'm on steam. That's
Anyway,
why
but
nobody
she's coming
ever
up
gonna
next.
believe you. You should do what we do, stack chips like.
We're not gonna say that.
I was wondering what it was until I read back.
Here
And
we
then
go.
I was
I'm sick of trying to cop those colossal size Picassos. With cats growing like Sosa in the Latin chick transported in a chocha.
No, I'm still going Little Kim.
Never sober.
Little Kim.
Jeez. Kids always a Chevy Lolas. Strapped in the building with this chick named Manola from Daytona. When I was young, I used to bowl her. But I only hate chicks that win beauty pageants. Tricking and taking the scene up in Aspen. Gangsta kiss that stay popping Krista. Chic Loots, bro. The best verse. Second. His best verse.
acting hard when you was as RuPaul.
Hey!
Yo.
Bro, you're not wrong.
Your song choice today has been epic.
Thank you.
Listen, it really has. In a party, this would get me doing exactly what you were doing last time, flipping tables. I would be flipping
we'll
tables.
be bad. We'll be bad together.
Yeah, no, it would be too
Are you
mad.
doing Little Kim's verse, or are you just going to let that go because you two are hating?
It's coming.
No, I love Little Kim's verse, but I just don't think it's the best. Here we go, though. Wanna humble bun to be, huh?
Throw a heck.
I'm your old family, dressed in old black like the old man.
This is for my homies, and you know me. So sick.
See, this is what I remember from this song.
You know she wrote it. German ruler for your ass. Keep told it. No, you want it for the room, cause it's like a loaded.
Hello, Mom.
You know, why you riding mine? I'm a good fella kind of lady. Hey.
Wait, Emma, hold me down, baby.
Only feel her in the crew. And she kicks like a two. With a trigger two.
About a million ice grill.
Tell her.
All the kicking me, kicking me in my asshole.
Hey, undercover, Donnie Brasco. Come on, Ryan. Skillit.
Push the chrome 740.
Red man and naughty. Oh, my kitty cat.
Half a brick of yay in the Bronx.
Tell him.
And I'm living that.
Whole life we push.
A Biggie Ugly had one of the best verses. No. The whole team's hard.
I actually questioned myself when Biggie came through. That was nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
You got the little Kim shades as well from what music video was that one?
Crushing You.
Yes. You can't. Come on, man. That's
You remember
Kim.
that from the 90s?
Yeah, no, I remember that. Watching that when I was a little younger. Youngster, yeah.
I didn't let that go. I think I've rinsed it. I've rinsed that joke.
That's the one. That's the one.
I'm more Foxy Brown, but I love Little Kim. I'm a
Fox
Foxy
Boogie,
Brown.
yeah?
Yeah, I love. I'm a big fan.
Nah, Kim was too iconic with it. Watch it.
Jeez. Let's talk about the pop-up shop in Westfield, man.
So Fashion Meets Music, a social enterprise founded by my good friends Liz and Danica. They're two Ghanaian sisters that I've worked with since 2013. They were giving a platform for young black designers to come and showcase their artwork, their fashion brand, their jewelry, their homeware in a massive arena such as Stratford, Westfield. So they started off in 2013. I came on board as one of the designers, and then I started working with Liz. We were teaching together, teaching fashion together, and we decided, you know what, we're going to bring the pop-up store into Camden, and what we're going to do is we're also going to teach fashion in the store. So Mondays were always fashion, teaching 16 to 18-year-olds fashion from a college called Big Creative Education.
Awesome.
So we brought them in there every Monday, and then the rest of the week we'd be operating as a retail store showcasing black-owned designers. We moved from Camden to Croydon, which became a permanent store. Opened 2 stores there. And then from there, we came back to Westfield, who said, you know what, we like what you do. You're showcasing black talent. We're going to give you a pop-up space for a couple of weeks. They extended it from a couple of weeks to, I think, 3 months.
Well done.
And it was really... I was more excited seeing new designers who may have only operated online or a smaller scale to now have a space in Westfield, Stratford, where foot flow is obviously crazy, and you can now not only retail there, but
it's a big space. I've seen it.
Yeah.
But I bumped into your brother a few months ago.
There?
In Westfield.
Oh, sick.
And he told me, yeah, come up.
Oh,
I went
sick.
up, and it's a massive space, bro. You got a big
and
space
do you know
there,
what?
bro.
The best thing about that is we can allow people and designers not just to stock there, but to hold events there. We want anyone who's got workshop ideas, anyone who wants to do a fashion show, anyone who wants to do an open mic night and so on, to come and use that space. So which we have done. So a lot of people that are in our network, we said, listen, you want to do a music showcase showcasing black talent, come and use the store. You want to do an open mic night for poets, come and use the store. You want to run a workshop upskilling old fashioned wear and let kids come in during half term, come and use the store. So we don't want to just be a retail store, we want to be an experience store where you can come in and actually show that borough what black talent is doing, not just in London, but outside of London as well.
Question: if they're not in like your immediate network, how do they go about contacting you? What's the process they go through if they want?
Hit me up, Paul at BwoyWonder.com, or follow FMM Collective, which stands for Fashion Meets Music Collective. The team is very receptive to bringing in any great ideas that benefit black people and benefit the borough and benefit anyone, basically.
Would you ever think about doing carnival fashion design?
Do you know, I did carnival fashion for Bigger Fish a couple of years ago. So I designed and made their fashion pieces with all the kids that were involved.
Awesome.
They were super, most hadn't touched the sewing machine, but they were very, very apt. And they very much made the whole design, which was, I remember it was gold and white, shiny gold and white theme. And they look bad. When I tell you, we went out there, we conquered carnival. It was a young float. You know, I don't think Bigger Fish is around anymore, but it was an amazing experience for me. And I'm telling you, ever since being on a float, I can't do foot soldier no more. At carnival, I can't be on road no more.
Do you see what you did
I feel like I need to be always being carried.
But you see what you did there, it goes back to what you were saying about bringing people into things, because when you bring the youth, the little kids, into culture, it's like when they bring them into steel pan. You're actually bringing them into the culture, you're bringing them to community. You're actually showing, and you're upholding the culture by doing that as well, by the way.
And you know the best thing I like, when, even though I only did it one time,
it's important,
they've now carried on. So a lot of them have now become ambassadors for a particular mass band or carnival float, and now they are doing it on their own, and you know, you only need to seed one flower and then the whole bed is growing, you know. And then
Amazing. I love this. I love it.
Yes.
I need to take the time out before we want to mention your costume design. Before I do that, let me big up the sponsor of the show every week, Tim Peace, the mindset coach. Big up my brother Tim Peace, always helping out with the funds and the show.
Don't type Tim Peace.
Yeah, man.
He's lovely. He was here like
he had a great episode a few weeks ago.
He's banned.
Talking about mental health.
I love that.
Great guy.
You like him.
Dominic and Ems, let's talk about your fashion design. Carnival's coming up.
Yes, we've got Notting Hill Carnival.
Jeez, back again.
Yeah, and I love Carnival. If you know anything about me, I always talk about being Dominican, but I love Caribbean culture and representing a culture. I like how it brings communities together. I love the creative side of everything as well. So I design and I make my costumes, everything from the drawings to everything to getting it out on the road from like A to Z. That's literally just me. That's not my background. I've got an accounting background. So I've had to self-teach myself a lot of these things. and like go through the culture or like go and educate myself, is I've loved it. So like, essentially our costumes that everyone's bought will be on the road Carnival Monday. But if you want to join, if you want to jump out with me and Ryan on Carnival Monday, you can buy your package if you go on Beldyesmas, so BELDYESMAS.co.uk. You can buy your t-shirt package, all inclusive.
Oh, sick.
Whether you drink liquor or you don't, it's all inclusive, and that's you for the whole day.
That's amazing. I really love what you're doing, because I know Carnival takes about a year to plan anyway.
100%. It's a lot of work.
So
it's hard.
I could imagine how crazy you're going even in January.
Yeah.
December, probably the day after Carnival done.
It's going to be good, man.
I love it. This is my year of learning. So first year I have all my costumes on the road. But one thing I've loved about this whole experience, I've loved learning along the way, like about the business, about like how you design certain things. Like, okay, I've got this idea in my head. How do I actually flip and do it? All of those things. Like, I love it. Absolutely love it.
That's amazing. Do you know, I actually might want to send some young people your way to help with, the preparation for next time's one. Just because I love giving young people experience, but I can only do so when I've got my network is growing, so I can say, oh, there's someone who loves going there, there's someone who loves being a seamstress, there's someone who loves designing.
And again, you see what you're saying, without you even realising it, you're upholding the culture, because mass camp, where you're actually creating the culture, creating the costumes, back home in the islands, you would have a mass camp. This is a big part of Carnival. We don't necessarily have that here in the UK. So this is how I learned. More people should have that. Some people will outsource their production, but culturally, traditionally, if I put my teeth in, you actually did it. Everyone sat round. Somebody's doing the seamstress work, somebody's gluing, somebody's doing this, somebody's doing the feathering. I want to teach the new people, and I want to shout out, God rest his soul, there was a guy called Lincoln. He was actually from Walthamstow. Do you remember Lincoln?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Yeah, you knew Lincoln?
I didn't know him like that, no.
He's lovely. Your daddy will know him.
Yeah.
Old Trini guy, but he actually taught me some bits before he sadly passed away during COVID.
Big up Lincoln, man.
Yeah,
Big up Lincoln.
He's lovely.
Big up Lincoln.
So you've touched on these things a few times, like whether it be Carnival or whether it be other remix, teaching the young ones and like giving them opportunities. I love this, babe.
No, thank you very much. I mean, when we're gone, it's up to them. No time soon. But you did say, the culture is very important to upkeep. There's certain things like you're just mentioning, you can never let that die. The good things of culture, i.e., like, for example, my country has like these traditional dances that we do, and they're always performed at weddings and ceremonies. When the old people's knees don't work like they used to, you do need the younger ones to do that. So they need to know certain things like, all right, well, this is the cultural dance that you need to do, the cultural attire. This is the culture of making sure that we get our costumes done immediately. As soon as Carnival finishes, we start planning it. We start working together on it. You need to know the recipe for my rice and peas and my jerk chicken. You need to be with me in the kitchen. You need to make sure you know how to wash the chicken with lemon and vinegar before you even... So all those things we have to impart to the younger ones, just because they make up the culture otherwise.
And you don't have to be of that culture to still uplift it as well.
No, you
can
don't.
Can bring people together. Like if it's like you and your friends, but you still have like... You can still bring people together. I
love what the new black creatives are doing, and it's always recognizing that we can't do everything ourselves, but we need to impart knowledge onto the younger ones. Maybe not even younger, but just somebody else to be able to take the baton and run with it. Which is something that I think is going to be the reason why our culture flourishes. The working together and sharing the gems, basically.
I love that.
I think we're in that space. It's because social media is so accessible and it helps people with connected. I think that's what it is. It's embracing that connectivity. So I think now it's like we have no choice but to work together and try and push forward the movement.
I love the era we're in right now. I love the era we're in. I just I wanted young people to recognize who came before them and who can still
it's very important.
Give you knowledge outside of what you do. We don't all know everything, and the younger people definitely don't know everything, especially if you're still young. There's a lot to learn, and there's a lot you can learn
from your elders, you know, in the right realm, in the right industry. They can teach you a lot. You know, don't feel like you're too good to reach out and just ask for a little advice.
I still want to be learning, God willing, when I'm 90 years old and I'm still on this earth. I still want to be open and receptive to new things around me. Like, if I feel like, oh, that's it, what's going to stimulate me to keep me alive? Like, no, I want more.
So to circle back to your SipNStoke nights. Yeah. Have you done a collaboration with Snapchat? Is this something that's happening or is happening?
Yeah. So we're very much about art therapy. We're very much about confidence building, and all of what we do. There's an underlying theme in what we do in SipNStoke, and it's those things: art therapy, team building, and a lot of companies and corporates can see that, and we get a lot of requests from, i.e. corporates, to say, please, can you also run a mini session for us, while still turning up as well, which we always make sure we sandwich all of that into a fun session, whether you know how to paint or not. So we've done collaborations with corporates, big up Snapchat, Facebook, Amazon, Prime Video, and we got another corporate coming up. We'll keep that under wraps for now until it happens. But
sounds big.
We always go in knowing that we really want to loosen up your corporate team. You know, even if you are from a creative team, a lot of the times there's still kind of stushiness going in there, just because, you know, don't think because they do a fun app that they might all be fun inside. We are really trying to show them you've got to be how you are, how everyone perceives you. You also have to be that from the inside. If you're a creative app, the team has to be creative as well for you to be able to flourish. And I think a painting workshop really brings that out of them. So we really love working with the public and with the corporate. So if there's any industry that wants to kind of have a really fun workshop and team building exercise for their colleagues, hit us up, SipNStokeUK@gmail.com.
BwoyWonder, man, you have been an awesome guest. We're gonna wrap up in the next minute. We got 9 minutes still of the show, so we're not gonna wrap you up yet. But I think you've hit some real gems today, and it's important. What you're doing is incredible. I love what you're doing. I love you as a person. I want you to keep going and flourishing. Man. I'm going to see you keep going and flourishing, and hopefully I be a part of that too.
And talk. Yes. It's been too long. And I definitely need to get you in with working together.
Let's do it.
Man can DJ, you know. If you were listening to the to the Skillit show, you would have heard gems.
Thank you, my brother.
You would have heard some bangers.
Thank you, my brother.
And Ems, one question: why the heck did you turn off the fan?
Yeah, I agree, because it wasn't
it
wasn't interrupting the.
Was it not?
No.
I thought it was. That's why I tried to do it smaller.
I'm melting. I would have said it earlier. I can't hear the fan at all.
Oh, cool.
It was beautiful, and it was making you look like you were in a music video as well.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's nice.
Where can people find you if they want to?
So if you want to find me, please join me on Instagram at BwoyWonder. That's BWOY. So BwoyWonder. BwoyWonder. I'm also online, BwoyWonder.com. And you can find me on TikTok, BWOYW0.
Hold the phone.
NDER.
Sorry, I just cut you off there. Sorry about that. Your TikToks, bro. They make my day, bro.
No word of a lie.
They make my day, bro.
Just today, I was on the bus, and these kids came up and said, "You're that guy on my timeline. You're always on. Can I get a picture? Can I get a picture?"
Yeah, bro.
And I was like,
bro, your TikToks are hilarious.
No,
and the original as well, bro.
No, I love having fun on there. It's you're never too old to act a fool, act fun, whatever it is.
He did one, about when you're in a vegan barbecue. And then you
I saw it.
Yeah, and you did the Keith Sweat.
I'm vegan.
Yeah, you did the Keith Sweat.
I saw it.
I'm not gonna be here. And the one where they also said at the party, "Why don't you stay and clean up?" And
yeah.
The Whitney Houston.
No, TikTok
so
is
good,
if you really want to just lose yourself and you've had a stressful day, jump on there. If you're not gonna consume, it's so much fun on there, man. Don't listen to whatever people are saying about saying, you're too old for it. It's
no, it's not.
Yeah,
I like TikTok.
Fun.
I just don't really know how to use it, but I enjoy it more than Instagram, and I get more traction and engagement and reach on TikTok sometimes, and I have low followers on there.
Make it your platform.
It's weird. I need to just get into it.
Please do. Make it your platform.
There's no limitations. Like Instagram feels like all the engagement's gone down.
Please make it your platform. Right about now, before they strict things up,
for sure.
You can do a lot of things on there.
And people support, man. People watch.
Yeah,
I posted something up with Shorty Blitz the other day. That's got like 1,500 views, and I'm like, I didn't even plug it. I was just posting.
That's what I like. It's people from around the world.
That's
whereas,
what I'm finding on there, and you don't even have. Yeah, I like it. I just need to use it more.
Please do. I always encourage that one is going to be your favorite app.
Okay.
Your favorite.
I feel like I definitely need to do it more, because I don't do skits on there, and I used to do skits all the time. So
I'm telling you now, your skits would go crazy on TikTok, because it's outside of the girls who show skin or the guys who show muscle. There's the skits.
It's about the relatable skits.
Yes. Everyone just has to find it. That's what I do.
I was gonna do one about parodying. I was gonna parody TikTok skits. So you know the one about the one they do the skits when they do the whole cooking thing, how to cook this, and they throw, and it's like quick jump shots of them. I was gonna do one by making simple things like how to make a cup of tea, and do you know what I mean? That's what I was gonna say.
You already know. You've already clocked how it works. You clock the relatability of it.
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
Remember, you're dealing with a whole world now. Everyone's just got to say, that's what I do, or that's what Figgy does. That's why people tag their friends, because it's something that they can all relate to. So doing the teeth, listen, just do it.
I'm gonna do it.
Just do it. Don't talk about it. Just do it.
Don't be about it.
Speak. Don't speak about it. Be about it. That's actually my favorite quote as well.
100.
I use that all the time.
Or to do more, speak less.
I like that. Yeah.
Dominique and Ems.
Yes, babes.
Where can people find you on the socials? People that love you. You were on the quest today to find out BwoyWonder's age. How do you think it went?
I feel like I know the answer, even though he hasn't been very specific.
So you feel that you've done your background research, all the detective research that you did, the investigating journalism. You think that you found out his age? Can we give? I mean, he's not going to reveal it, but let's give an estimation of what you think his age is, and you don't have to reveal it, but I'll give you a look, and if there's a little tint in your eye,
all right,
I'll know the answer.
All right.
I'm gonna go for 37 to 30. I'm gonna say 37 to 39.
Oh my days!
Is that a compliment?
Wow.
Is that? Are you younger?
Hurt me.
He's younger than that.
Hurt me.
It's the people that I know that are your friends. It's the places that I've seen you at. It's your references. I'm gonna go about 37.
Remember, I said even people in my school year and class
That's why he likes older,
don't know my age.
But then you made that reference, and it sounded a bit like Mo Farah, where you might be here, brought here in different circumstances. I don't know. Kind of sounded like that.
Okay, well, let's hope immigration ain't on the airwaves.
Well, listen, man, I really loved you being here today. So
this show, I don't know, it went too quick. I feel like this show got too. It's just, I feel like I just got here.
Yeah, I know. Everybody says that. Like by the end of the hour, they're like, really? I mean, by the end, when it's the end, they're like, really?
Mine's is the same. It goes so quickly.
Mad.
It's because you're having fun.
That's
and we
what it
love
is.
What we do.
No, that's what it is.
Can I just say where people can find me on the social?
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Yeah, Dominican_M. So DOMINICAN_EMZ, and you can also find me on Bell BELDYESMAS.co.uk. You can get your carnival packages if you do that by Monday the 8th by 3 p.m.
And you could also find her in the corner of Ladbroke Grove, Brockenham.
Yeah, bro.
Shake him up. Shake him up.
I love it.
Niney whining on your boom boom. All right.
Oh man, you need to come SipNStoke as well. That's another one of my
SipNStoke.
Yeah, that's
you do that as well.
That's my friend who does it. Hold tight, Taji Waji.
I'm loving the sip and that.
And then you also have to come to the big 80s night. Hold tight, Annika Petru.
Why don't you and I do sip and hardcore hip hop?
Oh gosh,
sipping. You're sipping and you're painting to Rock Marciano and all these MOP and all that. I don't know. We can talk.
No, that's too hard.
But that's probably fights will probably break out. That's the only thing.
Would it be that
tables flipping, everything?
Yeah.
Could I get Lost Boys in there as well?
Get Lost Boys, Renee. Come on.
I was listening that this morning.
That's the Lex Jeep, the Beatles
BwoyWonder,
and the Benz.
I'm so happy you came through today.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. It's one of my favorite interviews I've done.
You gassed me. Thank you so much. It has been a pleasure, ladies and gentlemen.
This is long overdue. This has been Skillit's World. Please tune in every Saturday, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. iLive UK. Big up everybody at Live UK. Big up my co-host Dominic and Ems. Big up Tim Peace. And we'll be back with more guests coming up next week. I've been Skillit. You are now listening to Prince, Computer Blue.
iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio. iLive Radio.
This is Terry Tobin, and you're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio.
Hi, this is Tony Red, and you're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to music on the radio.
This is Bercy Jean, and you're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio.
Are you looking for that feel-good music? The kind of music that makes you want to share with your friends? Then you've been looking for iLive Radio, your number one source for music lovers worldwide, playing a variety of hits